orders for January 21st, 2025. Unless George Hackman would read some prayer, please.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you.
Next item on the agenda is approval of special call meeting minutes from January 14th, 2025. If there are no concerns or questions about the minutes, entertain a motion to approve immediately.
I make a motion, we approve the minutes.
Clayton.
Second it.
Second by Tootie. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, next up is approval and ratification of bills. Everyone did receive these, the minutes and the bills from via email last week, I think Thursday, right? Lori, I think you sent them out Thursday, didn't you? Yeah, so if there are no questions, I will entertain a motion to approve the bills.
I'll make a motion to approve the bills.
Motion by Tootie, got a second. Second by Clayton. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
It's one of the smallest ones you'll see.
It is.
It was only a week's worth.
All right, up next, second and final reading on the amended budget ordinance for fiscal year 24-25. Ms. Sabrina.
Okay. An ordinance amending the City of Litchfield, Kentucky annual budget for the fiscal year July 1, 2024 through June 30, 2025 by estimating revenues and resources and appropriating funds for the operation of city government. Whereas the City of Litchfield, Kentucky has heretofore adopted its budget for the fiscal year beginning July 1, 2024 and ending June 30, 2025 by ordinance enacted June 17, 2024. And whereas it is necessary to amend the said budget ordinance in order to more accurately reflect the revenues and expenditures of the City of Litchfield, Kentucky in certain budget categories. Now therefore be it ordained by the City of Litchfield, Kentucky as follows, that sections 1 and 2 of the here and above described budget ordinance are amended to read as follows, with deleted portions being indicated by a single line drawn through them and added portions being indicated by a solid line drawn beneath them. Projected cash at June 30, 2024, general fund stays the same, $11,839,237. Utility fund, same at $12,442,661. Tourism fund, same, $1,627,799. Revenue, net profit returns, same, $780,000. Occupational taxes, same at $3 million. Property taxes, same at $856,000. Insurance license taxes, same, $1,423,000. Franchise taxes, same, $310,000. ABC application regulatory fees, same, $266,600. Other licenses, same at $900. Restaurant tax general fund, same at $950,000. Tourism fund, same, $950,000. Transfer restaurant taxes, general fund, same, negative $950,000. Hotel taxes, same, $10,000 in the general fund, same, $10,000 in the tourism fund. Transfer of hotel taxes, general fund, negative $10,000. Mineral severance income, general fund, same, $22,400. Rental income, same, $54,150. Other revenue goes from $141,000 to $157,000. Interest income goes from $14,050 to $300,050. Sale of property stays the same at $61,000. Grant income changes from $776,900 to $1,641,017 in the general fund and stays the same at $1,550 tourism fund. HB 413 base court revenue, same in the general fund, $10,300. Incentive pay, same, $86,000. IDC contributions, same, $40,000. Fire runs, 0. Grayson County fire dues, same, $148,150. State aid fire department, same, $11,500. Planning and zoning enforcement permits and fees, same at $7,360. Municipal road aid, same, $135,600. Garbage pickup fees, same, $1,560,000. Solid waste dumping fees, same, $1,150,000. Recycling fees, same at $5,000. Animal shelter, animal control income goes from $93,650 to $96,750. Parks and recreational income goes from $145,400 to $189,480. Healthplex Center, same at $10 million. In the utility fund, water sales stays the same, $2,496,050. Sewer sales, same, $1,663,808. Gas sales, same, $3,659,500. Grant income, same, $679,800. Tourism other income in the tourism fund, same at $48,700. Tourism aquatic center revenue, same, $244,500. Total current year revenue, general fund, goes from $21,098,960 to $22,312,257. Utility fund stays the same, $8,499,158. Tourism fund, same at $1,254,750. Total revenue and carry forward, general fund goes from $32,938,197 to $34,151,494. Utility fund stays the same, $20,941,819. Tourism fund, same, $2,882,549. Expenditures in the general fund, general and admin, goes from $3,101,300 to $3,324,585. Alcohol beverage control goes from $401,575 to $404,950. Industrial development stays the same, $133,650. Police department from $2,319,375 to $2,338,500. Fire department from $1,287,030 to $1,293,230. Planning and zoning, same at $375,400. Public works department from $4,757,460 to $6,023,677. Animal shelter, animal control from $506,010 to $509,110. Parks and recreation from $887,125 to $939,655. Healthplex stays the same at $10 million. Water, same in the utility fund, $3,706,100. Sewer, same, $2,393,650. Gas, same, $3,115,275. Capital improvements, utility fund, same, $3,319,639. Tourism fund, tourism, same at $1,048,075. Tourism aquatic center, same at $828,400. Total current year expenses, general fund goes from $23,768,925 to $25,342,757. Utility fund stays the same, $12,534,664. Tourism fund, same, $1,876,475. Current year net income or loss, general fund goes from a loss of $2,669,965 to a loss of $3,030,500. Utility fund stays the same at a loss of $4,035,506. Tourism fund stays the same at loss of $621,725. Adjustment for non-cash budget items, depreciation, utility fund, $1,575,500. Projected ending cash balance carry forward. In the general fund, goes from $9,169,272 to $8,808,737. Utility fund stays the same, $9,982,655. And tourism fund, same at $1,006,074. Oh, hang on. Second part. Adopted this 21st day of January 2025 after first being read the 14th day of January 2025. I'm done.
All right, does anybody got any questions for Sabrina? Not, I'll entertain a motion to approve the second and final reading of the amended budget ordinance.
I'll make a motion.
Motion by Terry, do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Tim, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
Roll call, Mayor.
Roll call, okay. Tim?
Aye.
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 Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks, Sabrina. All right, unfinished business. One of the things we may want to look at and redress is, y'all have a letter here from Michael Simon, who is Personnel Services Attorney with KLC. Basically spells out his concerns with us not having the title of being a drug-free workplace. And if you guys want to take some time to think about that between now and the next meeting, you think will that be satisfactory, Lori?
I know
or do we-
Terry is, we were talking earlier, and she would like to hear what he has to say. And I know in the letter he addresses that he would come and speak with us. So I can see if he can come earlier, because it's still going to be probably month to 2 months before he gets
Yeah.
our personnel policy done.
Okay.
But I'll gladly reach out to him tomorrow and see when he could come down and speak with the council.
Okay. All right, so if you guys would just ruminate on that a little bit, read it over, and that way you can get a general idea of what his concerns are, and then we can check with him tomorrow and see if he'll come and speak to us for that. Okay. Billy, any unfinished business?
No, sir.
Terry?
No.
Tootie?
No, sir.
No, sir. George? Tim?
Yes, sir. I do have a couple things. On the same issue of the employee cannabis. In a perfect world, we would help people without hurting anybody or having any repercussions. However, in this situation, there are repercussions. We also have a fiduciary responsibility to the citizens of Litchfield. There's probably about 50 people estimated that this might impact that aren't federally excluded. And out of those 50, we're looking at maybe 5 people that may or may not have a prescription or need for medical cannabis for pain or other things. So we have to balance that with the potential of a lawsuit. Worst case scenario, things you never hope happens. And it's not that someone's killed, by someone driving a city vehicle. It's somebody young that has recurring injuries for the rest of their life and medical care. We're exposing the city to a huge lawsuit potential. So we have to balance helping a few people with the impact of this fiduciary responsibility. And I have to side, with making sure that every taxpayer dollar is treated as the precious commodity that it truly is. People work hard to pay their taxes, and they expect us, and I'm not preaching, but they expect me to represent their interest
Every
here.
one of us.
Every one of us, yes, sir. So there's that issue, and I would just ask Arlene to correct me if I get way off track here. I've sat on boards before, and if a board goes off the tracks and they go against legal precedent, and there's some serious issues that they do, you expose yourself to personal legal liability. We are going against federal law. We're going against Kentucky League of Cities recommendation. We would go against our city attorney's personal recommendation. We could expose individuals that sit on this council to legal exposure personally. So these are things we need to weigh as we go forth. Not only, if it was a perfect world, we would say we could help these particular city employees to the best of our ability, but it's not a perfect world, and there's other moving parts. And the other moving part is the tremendous legal liability that we'd be exposing the city to. Worst case scenario, or even a mid-case scenario, tons of liability. I think we owe it to the citizens to rationally, logically think this over
and use that to impact our decision as well as being able to help the city employees.
I appreciate that.
Yes, sir.
Can I comment, please? We were not, I respect everything that you said and the research that you've put into this, but we were not told at the last meeting that there was a possibility of loss of federal funding. We got that information tonight, and that's why I asked Lori to see if Michael Simon, with the Personnel Services Attorney with KLC, would come and speak to us so that we can all actually ask the questions that we need to ask to make sure that we are making educated decisions, not only for all of the citizens in Litchfield, but also for our employees. That's all I have.
Okay. Anyone else? Okay. Lori?
No.
Chris, Earlene? Wes? David?
No, sir.
Thank you all. All right, new business. We have some appointments that will end in February. Keith Jones' commission ends February 28th, 2025. Danny Joe Allen for the Code Enforcement Board ends February 19th, 2025. We will put those out for.
Do we need to put them all out? I know our ordinance doesn't say whether it's just for reappointments or people that don't want to be reappointed. Kami is working on flyers for me, so it's going to be up to you. I do know Tyler had
Can we
sent me
not
an
reappoint
email.
them now?
Huh?
You will not
Yeah, why
reappoint
can't
them
we reappoint them now?
Well, Tyler wants to be, he does want Danny Joe Allen reappointed, and Danny Joe Allen does want that reappointment. We definitely need to do that one tonight because I think most of our ordinances read that we can do them 30 days in advance. We're still a little bit ahead of the board on the one for Utility Commission, so we don't necessarily have to do it
Well,
tonight. We
Keith-
could do them at the next meeting.
Well, Keith wants to go back on. He's personally, I guess, delivered each one of us a letter that he wants to go back on. So I was going to make a recommendation that we put Keith back on tonight.
I think the recommendation has to come from the mayor.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah. I'm
I
personally,
meant
I'm not,
motion, excuse me.
personally, I'm not ready to act on the Utility Commission appointment yet. I think we've still got some time, and I think that's a discussion that we need to have before we make any decisions tonight. So, somebody told me that Danny Joe wanted to be back on. I
Yes,
can't
Tyler
remember who
indicated
told me.
to me that.
Okay,
Yes, Tyler did send me an email this morning, I think it was this morning.
okay.
Stating that
That's
Danny
what I
Joe
saw,
did
yeah.
want to be reappointed, and he would like for him to be reappointed also.
Okay.
And I know that's still a fairly new board, so it's not like Danny Joe's been on it for a long time, and I think some of those people are still getting in the swing of all the ins and outs of it, and, sometimes, when you got a new board,
Yeah,
to me, you don't always need to upset the apple cart.
He
okay.
is currently serving the longest term. The way the code board is set up is that it's staggering terms, and his is the longest term. So
Okay. Okay. All right. As far as Danny Joe goes, I'll entertain a motion to reappoint him to the Code Enforcement Board.
I make a motion, we reappoint Danny Joe for Code Enforcement Board.
Second.
Okay. Motion by George, second by Billy. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right. Thank you, guys. Yeah, like I said, on the Utility Commission appointment, I'd like to have a conversation with each one of you, and I'll reach out and do that within the next few days, and we can address this maybe the first meeting. I think it's February 3rd, first meeting in February. That'll give us plenty of time, won't it, Lori?
Yes, yeah.
Okay. Okay. New business. Billy?
No, sir.
Terry?
No.
No, sir. No, sir.
George?
Can we get an update on the extension of the new bypass, or would that be, does anybody have any information on that?
Last email I got was in December. They said they had all their paperwork together finally, and they were gonna start letting bids in January. So haven't heard anything other than that, but their plan was to start letting bids this month.
Okay. That's all I have.
Tim,
No, sir.
Lori,
No.
Earlene, Wes, David? All right. Other business, a reminder, there will be a Personnel Committee meeting on Monday, February 3rd at 5 PM. January Chamber Luncheon is Wednesday, January 22nd at noon.
Tomorrow.
Yeah. And that's, again, that's the one that the city is sponsoring. So if any of you can be there, it would be good, I think, to.
Yeah, it's
have
kind of
good
thrown everybody
representation.
off that it's on a Wednesday and not a
Yeah.
Thursday.
Yeah.
Yes, bad.
Yeah. And the chamber luncheon for February will be the 13th at noon. Please let Lori know no later than noon on Monday, February 10th, if you plan to attend. Okay. So if there's nothing else to address, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
I make a motion, we adjourn
Motion by Clayton. Second by Tootie. All in favor?
Aye.
and go warm
Any
our
opposed?
vehicles up.